Welcome to Coffee with Blaine. This is Coffee. I am Blaine, and that is a mess. It's a mess in there. Anyone want to help me clean the studio today? It's okay. I'll wait. I'll wait for some takers. But in all seriousness, hello out there. Jesse, hello. How are you? How's your day going? It is earlier today for me. Don, come on, Don, come on. Lindsay, how was your week/weekend? I'll bet it was a blast. I'm glad you had some amazing friend time. You deserve it. Jesse, good morning. I hope your Monday is amazing as well. It's good to see you guys. Thanks for popping on. If any of you saw the Kaylin, good morning. Check that out. Look at you waking up. Insane and perfect. I love that for you. So some of you may be wondering, Blaine, why are you up and doing this coffee live stream so GD early? To which I would reply to you, I actually woke up almost 2 hours ago. I know, weird. I have 1 week left. Well, just under a week and a half left for me to get on a bus and go away for a little over a month. And I decided I'm going to take that week and do everything I can to cram as much work as possible into it. Jesse, taking my dog to the vet soon, feeling hopeful, and all will be taken. I hope so, Jesse. I hope so. I know for you, Don, for you, it's 8 a.m. here, bro. I woke up at 6 a.m. Tour prep in full swing. Exactly. Kaylin knows what's up. So yesterday, after I got home from the Hola Hola Fest in Stanford at the university, I made this big old calendar list, and I'm already off of it. Samantha, good morning. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for joining on YouTube, by the way. Please hit that like and subscribe and notification bell if you haven't already. So I made this big list for every day leading up, and the repeating things on it are the gym, which I have scheduled for 6:30 in the morning, which I did not make today, but I did get up in time, which is a good start. And I'll hit the gym. I'll just add it on to the end of the list. I have guitar warm up at 8 a.m., which I am not doing, obviously. And then I have coffee with Blaine at 9 a.m. I switched those two things. So those two are switched. Then I have trumpet and keyboard practice from 10 to 11 a.m. Then I have home studio work, recording and editing from 12 to 2. And then I have office work, which is my office to-do list from 2 to 5. So I think the gym is going to be probably from 2 to 3, and then 3 to 5 office work. That's the goal. And then that basically repeats every single day until tour, minus the other additional lessons and things that I have on different days. Lauren, good morning. Yeah. The goal is 6:30. If I can get it up and around, and get it going at 6:30 in the morning and be done with it, that's the thought process behind it. but we will see what actually transpires. Last night I was up to almost midnight, practicing and kind of working on my tour rig. Pulled down the pedal board from the pool house attic, and put the helix on it and the wireless, and started testing out presets and getting some basically working on an acoustic preset with my Fender Acoustasonic, getting that to sound good. That was tough. A little boomy in the low end, so I'll have to check it out in a full PA again, but had to EQ it out a little bit. And yeah. No leaders here, just people chatting. I just happen to have the microphone. But good morning, Candace. How are you? Do you use an amp on stage or just front of house? That's a great question, Don. I just go front of house for the most part. It cuts down on stage volume, and it cuts down on stuff I need to set up. My Helix basically has an amp sim built into it, so I have a digital version of my amp and speaker cabinet in the Helix, and that's just a XLR cord out into the PA. Then I tend to run my acoustic on the other line, so I'll run out of my other out into a DI box and then into the PA. Laundry and pack. I know how that goes. I literally packed up Friday, flew out Saturday, played show, flew back this yesterday morning, and then unpacked. And yeah, we're just talking about my week, honestly. But the thing I did order, I've been buying a lot of stuff this week too. This is the buy everything week as well. So we're gonna have more unboxings, but I'll just tell you anyway. I bought a FRFR speaker. It's kind of like a PA speaker, but specialized for guitar modelers. And so it'll look like a monitor, and it'll sit on stage and it'll just face me. During the festival on Saturday, our monitor mixer took a crap on us. I think it was damaged in the airline travel. So I literally had to play the whole show without being able to hear my guitar. And it was the most nerve-wracking, wanting to just break down and cry type of moment, because I could kind of hear my guitar out in the audience, but I was hearing the sound from the PA hitting the crowd, and then basically what was bouncing back. So I was kind of barely hearing guitar, but hearing it at like a quarter second delay, which really messes with your timing. So I bought the company that makes it is called Headrush. I bought a little monitor speaker that I can run. It's powered. It's already, and I can run out of my Helix into the speaker as well as the PA. So it'll just face me and make sure that I can hear myself even if the ears go out. Wasn't bad price either. I think I picked it up for, I don't know, like $260. And yeah. It did suck, Kaylin. Everyone's ears were out too. So it was, I mean, horn players isn't horribly bad. Andy had a bass amp on stage, luckily. And, Matt plays the drums. So it was mainly Trish and I that were having the most trouble. because those instruments don't project as well. Especially my electric guitar, you get almost no sound out of that thing. Just had a friend cannot use an amp on stage, just in-ears, but she hates it. I told her to go Helix and get amp sound she wants. Yeah, Helix, Kemper, and Axe Effects, and I guess the Head Rush too, which is what Andrew uses, but mainly Helix, Kemper, and Axe Effects, and I guess Quad Neural DSP, quad core, whatever it is. Those are very professional grade modelers, and they tend to have really good, consistent sounds. I love it. I don't mind using in-ears all the time for everything on stage. It's actually a little nicer for me because I can really hear what I'm playing when it works, which is 95% of the time, 99% of the time. But yeah, this was a fluke and it sucked really bad. But we made it through, and people seem to really enjoy the show, much to my surprise, because I was just kind of hoping I played the right notes. But yeah, the personal monitor is going to be the move. Yeah, so with my in-ears, I don't normally need a monitor. I get everything I want in my in-ears. But we have a separate mixer that controls our in-ears that we fly with. So that way when we're on different stages that have different boards, we have our same in-ear setup. So we just generally plug it in and everything's already in there at the right levels. It's already set. I can make adjustments if I want, but I don't have to. Christy, good morning. But yeah, normally it's freaking perfect. But this is that rare fluke, and that rare fluke made me never want to chance it again. So I'm going to have a personal monitor that'll just have my guitar in it, just so I can physically hear myself if anything else happens like that. But normally just having the in-ears is perfect. Chrysala, good morning. Oh, beautiful humans. That's nice. Heather, good morning. Kemper was the next choice. Yeah, I mean, I like the floorboards because they're easy to fly with. I put mine in a backpack and take it on the plane with me. And then I put it in a nice case when it goes on the bus. Andy has been getting a great stash of new. Yeah, he is. He just played this weekend. He played a Carvin, which sounded really nice and looked really cool too. That's a win-win. Mickey, good morning. Yeah, monitors are tough, especially they were actually tougher for us before we started flying with the board and having the inner set up, because you're kind of at the whim of the thing, especially when you're the singer. Everything is much harder to hear to sing properly. And trying to do it all on the fly when you only have like 15 minutes changeover or something like that is so stressful, unless you have everything kind of preset like we normally do. But we are doing an insurance claim because the monitoring system went out. And then we are doing getting a new one. And then luckily all the settings are on a flash drive. So you just put the flash drive in and boom, you have your whole monitor set up again. Even yeah, exactly, Don. And that's a good thing. That's a really good thing. I want to hear any mistakes I'm making so that I don't make them. If you don't hear, you tend to play more sloppy and louder and lose some dynamics because because you're struggling to hear, so you're overcompensating by trying to dig in harder and play louder. Yeah, and everything just kind of washes out, so you tend to crank your tone differently. Yeah, but if I can hear everything consistent, I can play more thoughtfully and more nuanced. You are in a new space, or just move this? The screen's back there. Same space. I'm trying to sell this baby grand piano. It's digital. So I took a bunch of pictures of it to post it up for sale. Heather, aw, I know work is tough, but I'm glad you made it today. Is there in ears, or is it like just your own monitoring rig with actual monitors? Jordan, what's up? How you doing? Do you like new guitars or the ones you've been playing on for years better, or doesn't matter? It's a good question. It kind of goes back and forth. I mean, the two guitars that I've been playing with forever, I know those guitars feel like home, if you will. And I know the sounds out of them. I know how to get the tones I want and manipulate them in the ways that I want. So, as long as I keep working, I'll just keep using them. Though I do like variety. It's the spice of life, as they say. And for certain things, not every guitar excels at everything. So my stage guitars are mainly picked because they're very versatile. But at home, I have a lot of specialty guitars that I use for recording certain things. Cody, what's going on? How you doing? We got a lot of chatting amongst friends. Kaylin's turning 30. You're gonna have to get some back medicine and a walker. That's what happens when you turn 30 on tour. My best years have honestly been my 30s as well, Jordan. I agree with you on that. Most people think that high school and your 20s are like the time, but for me, my 30s were amazing. I'm hoping that my 40s are even better. For those of you who don't know, I am 39, and I will be 40 in March. And I'm hoping that my 40s is just filled with an immense amount of personal growth. Oh, thanks, Jesse. Except maybe under my eyes. Heck yeah, Heather. Heck yeah. Exactly. You're only as old as you feel, and you're only stuck by societal norms if you let societal norms stick you. Whatever that means. Yeah, so far, my 40s are going to be shaping up to be amazing. And I'm excited. How's everything outside of music and snakes? There's stuff outside of music and snakes, Candace? Nah. Good. I honestly, on physical level, speaking of getting older, I need to be more consistent at the gym. We were actually talking about this over the weekend. A couple of guys are going to be renewing their Planet Fitness memberships. I still have mine, but we're going to be trying to gym it as consistently as possible on the road. Chris's wife Laurel looked up the tour stops, and there's a Planet Fitness in every city we're going to be in. So that's definitely a plus. And yeah, I'm going to go to the gym today. I'm going to try to go every day leading up to tour, just because I want to be as healthy as I am, and I don't want my age to define how I feel any more than it has to. I don't know about ripped, but feeling better, getting more endurance out of my day would be nice. Feeling less tired. Yoga and meditation are life-changing. Yes, I'm a big proponent of meditation. Yoga's great too, obviously, but if I get good 10 minutes where I can just watch my thoughts pass without a screen in front of me or an agenda, even though the act itself has to be penciled in. But it's a great feeling. It's a good reset. Yeah, Planet Fitness comes in clutch, man. That's true, Candace. For me, with the travel schedule, that's about to get more and more and more and more and more crazy. It's very important. You got to get the guitar jump as high as possible. Otherwise, the aerial shots don't look that great. Yeah, cardio is tough. Heck yeah, Lauren. Starting out your day. That's a good thing. Oh man. Sorry. Speaking of getting older, that's what happens when you wake up early. Excuse me. I'm hoping to see you guys all out at the shows. If you're planning on coming to a show, please pick up your ticket in advance. It helps so much. You can grab them at highermusic.com. But waiting to the door, if you already know you're going to come, is awesome that you're coming and hanging out and buying a ticket. But buying them pre-sale really helps build our numbers for securing better touring positions with larger bands. And it also keeps us from, it lets the venue know that they chose the right venue for us, or maybe need to choose a bigger venue for us, depending, rather than being like, oh, there aren't many pre-sales, maybe we should move them down to a smaller venue. Doesn't happen often, but yeah, they use pre-sales to kind of determine that. Now, if you're not sure you're going to be able to make it, and you don't want to drop the money on a pre-sale, coming is way better than not coming, especially, at the end of the day, being there and experiencing it is great, and not wasting your money is great too. But if you get a chance, that would be awesome. I'm also doing backstage music lessons. I actually, over the weekend, I got home from the festival at around noon, got everything unpacked, got to the grocery store, came back, and then taught a guitar lesson with John Dell. He's from Florida, was on vacation, came to the house. We worked on improving his soloing and his ability to play all the way up and down the neck, rather than just being trapped in this small little area, which a lot of guitarists are. They can play really well, but they're kind of trapped in an area of the fretboard that they're comfortable with. But yeah, it was really cool. If any of you guys are feeling stuck, please hit me up. I love teaching as much as I love playing. And if you want to actually do an in-person one of the show, backstage music lessons. He's from Phoenix? I thought he was from Florida. I'm getting my people mixed up. Sorry about that. He's a good player, so Phoenix should claim him. On tour, what are 3 things you would never leave home without? That's a good question, Candace. I generally always bring a French press on tour, and a coffee grinder. I also tend to bring a excuse me. I tend to bring a like a Ninja for protein shakes. And let me think. I generally bring a full recording setup, complete with you guys see me, doing coffee live streams from everywhere and teaching lessons from everywhere, from hotel rooms, and doing recording sessions from hotel rooms. So I bring all of that stuff as well. And yeah, having groceries every week is super helpful as well. Cuts down on the gas station snacking. Also, we travel at night because the driver drives while we sleep, so that helps with the impulse buying. But as far as not eating out, doing a coffee and then a protein shake in the AM hours, and then having like stuff for sandwiches or some other salads or something for lunch on the bus is super helpful. And then generally only going out to eat for like maybe dinner. What's up, Michael? How you doing? How's it going? See, you guys know. Have I ever taken private? Oh yeah. Oh no. I took a lot of private lessons from a lot of people. And then I went to school for I have a degree in jazz guitar performance, though I'm not really a jazz guitarist. Yeah, the New Current. I actually got a sticker. Yeah. Yeah, super nice of them to give me a couple stickers. Those stickers will probably end up in my Patreon welcome letters to new members. So if you haven't signed up, definitely worth checking out. Patreon.com/DillingerMusic. You want to be doing some posting today for it as well. Bus life sounds fun. Truck life is tough, but we have fun. Yeah, we did We did many years in a 12-passenger van with 12 people. And then we had a shuttle bus that constantly broke down for a couple of years. 2 of them that repeatedly broke down. And Andy spent most of his non-playing time fixing the shuttle as it broke down. But bus life is nice. Bus life is expensive. It's somewhere around 8,000 to 9,000 a week for the bus and trailer rental, and that doesn't cover gas, and that doesn't cover hotel rooms for the driver, which we have to provide. So you're looking at somewhere between $12,000 and $15,000 a week in bus cost. Coffee, blender, recording supplies. Yeah, it's easy to eat garbage if you're not prepared. So easy. DK, good morning. Yeah, it is early. I have a list of stuff to do today, so I'm getting my coffee in early. I've actually been up for a couple hours already. Oh no, it's in his contract. It has to be a 4-star hotel or better. Yeah, so like a Marriott or a Hilton. Yeah. Which is good. It's worth it. It's worth it because that guy he sleeps all day. Yeah, or more, Anthony. Gas went up, so yeah, probably more. I think for the last tour we did, the bus cost was somewhere around $100,000 in total. Maybe a little less, maybe like 90. I don't know. It's expensive. It is not cheap. Yeah, but yeah, the driver keeps us safe. You want them to have a good night's rest. You want them to have to feel good and comfortable, because I don't want to die in my sleep. At the end of the day, I want a good quality driver who's got our best interests at heart. Anthony, yes. Good morning, by the way. Yeah. Except he's not allowed to go to any of the shows except the last one when we don't have to drive that night. Yeah. We had a sponsor last tour, which covered the cost of the bus. This tour, we do not have a bus covering sponsor. There will be no wrapped bus this time. But that's where the merch sales come in. That's where the pre-sales come in. That's where the bus passes come in. Every dollar of the bus pass gets funneled back into paying for the bus. So if you guys were on the fence about the bus pass, just know that that's what helps cover our costs, so we don't lose money on the tour. Lauren, good morning. Get M&M's to sponsor you, right? That needs to happen. Most people in the music industry do not own buses. they rent, because the cost of storing and maintaining a bus is very expensive. And if something breaks on a rental, the rental company gets us a new bus. If something breaks on your bus, you have to fix your bus. And you still have to have a driver. You still have to pay the driver. You still have to get the driver hotels. So you still have the gas costs. So renting the bus, especially if you're not touring 300 days a year, is much more efficient. There are some artists, I believe there's a few country artists in Nashville that own their own bus company. So they technically own all the buses. And then they take those buses out when they want them, but then they rent the buses to other artists when they're not touring. And they have a profitable company. That makes sense. Jesse, you got your bus passes. Heck yeah. That's awesome. But yeah, owning a bus is actually most of the time more expensive. Yeah, they're expensive to buy. They're expensive to repair. They're expensive to maintain. They're expensive to store. yeah, Candace. And a bus, unless you're renting it out, is a depreciating asset. So yeah, in that context, it's cheaper to rent, unless you're going to plan on utilizing it to make you money when you're not touring. Oh yeah, definitely have to have a CDL. Oh, thank you, Stephanie. Heck yeah, looking forward to it as well. Yeah. So also, if don't overspend either. The musician in me doesn't necessarily want to say it, because obviously we all need to eat. But don't spend any more than you have to spend. So if a bus pass is out of your price range, maybe consider buying some merch instead at the show. You know what I mean? Yeah, I love the support. We all love the support, but I don't want the support at the cost of your, I don't want you to struggle to support. I want you to support at whatever level you're comfortable with. Even something like a little Patreon support is always good too. Trish has one as well. I'm not just talking about me. Yeah, merch is huge contribution. There are so many ways that you can support in so many price ranges. Yeah. Yep. Unloading the piggy banks. Heck yeah. Not really. Just Trish and I, right now, are the only ones who are kind of doing this stuff. Chris goes live sometimes, and I don't know that Chris has a Patreon, but he has a coffee. He might have a tiered membership as well. But that's about it. Yeah. It's hard keeping up on a Patreon. Especially when your time is spent building pedal boards and practicing and rehearsals and being on the road, flying all the time. But it's totally worth it for me, at least, to spend that extra time to engage even more with you guys. And for current patrons, feel free to utilize that platform as much as you want. And feel free to ask for more content as well. Yeah. And for those of you who want to support just on a one-time basis to help with the live stream costs, mainly time and the equipment maintenance, there's coffee.com/Dillinger Music. You can sponsor my cup. Little things like that go a long way. You're flying from Indiana for the release party, Stephanie? That's amazing. I'm excited. Yeah, so in San Diego, we're doing I think there's an app as well, Jesse. What am I saying? Oh yeah, we're doing a at THC, or the holding company down in Ocean Beach. We're doing a release party on Thursday. And DJ's gonna be spinning the tunes. We're all gonna be there hanging out. It's gonna be fun. Nowhere close. That's okay. That's okay. You have a job to do, Kaylin. Honestly, when I'm not working, I tend not to leave the house very much. Because I'm so immersed in the travel and the experiences and the people that I need a significant amount of time to just detox. So I just sit in my studio and practice. And that's okay. Do you bring any of your snakes on tour? No, I do not. Our bass player is really, really, really afraid of snakes. So for this, I actually in the last couple tours I did, I had my snakes taken care of by my roommate PJ, who's no longer my roommate. Him and his girl got a spot in Spring Valley, I believe. But on this tour, I'm taking all my snakes to a pet sitter, basically. And she will be taking care of my snakes for the month. And then I will come and pick them back up at the when I get off of the road. So that's kind of cool. For little shows, like if I'm only gone a few days here and there, honestly, they don't really need anything. I can just chill. Which is much more than I can say about the dogs. Christy will be taking care of the dogs while I'm gone. Yeah, to bring a snake on the tour bus, you would need a terrarium. You need to build one into your bunk, or find a spot that people don't mind losing counter space or drawer space or whatever for the snake. Yeah, Jesse, for the videos, I tend to just make them private and just use YouTube to basically house the videos for my patrons. Sometimes I'll do the early release and then re-release, and then I do a bunch of other content as well. I have a Spotify Patreon playlist that we update together. I'll do I'll let everyone know about new releases, pre-save links. Sometimes I'll just write a little blurb. I'll post up audio for downloads, either unreleased stuff or release stuff. You got to get creative. Trish sends she's got a tier where she sends handwritten mail every month. I do video chats, which I need to do one again. I'm falling behind on that, so we're gonna be doing that this week, guys. Everyone in my producers club, that's what we're gonna be doing here. So be on the lookout. I also, post up video lessons. Snakes on a Bus starring Andy, scared as fuck. Yeah. I don't wanna do that to anyone. But yeah, the video chats are cool. I also everyone on my producers club, I have a Facebook Messenger group. Maybe I should move it to WhatsApp. I don't know. Facebook Messenger seems to be working out all right. But yeah, and for those in the tier, I'll just share stuff randomly to the messenger as well, or they'll share to each other. It's kind of like Dillinger's Creative Commune, but much more exclusive and direct. Oh yeah. So a lot of people will use the Patreon in with Discord or WhatsApp, or in my case, Facebook Messenger. And then I'll do Zoom calls with everyone and send a link in the Messenger. I think people use Discord a lot more for this, but I haven't explored Discord enough. I also, anyone who signs up to my Patreon, they put in their address, so I write them a letter and give them stickers and pics and random other stuff. Keychains now, thanks to Jesse, for the next, I think, 5 people. Or 4 people now, actually. So everyone gets a handwritten welcome package when they sign up. Yeah, that's what I've heard. I back and forth on it for sure. But there's so many options now. All the Hiree stuff is done through WhatsApp, which works out pretty well. Yeah. It's interesting. I'm glad you brought that up, Jesse. There are features that I wish Patreon would lean into more, especially with the video and the video chats. If it could all be self-contained, that would make life so much easier. Yeah. Collybud's, he's got the NFT Discord or something, right? Oh, thanks for joining, Candace. Appreciate you. And I need to sneak off of here as well. Since I switched it, let's see what's next. The next hour is guitar warm-ups. Then the following hour is trumpet and keyboard practice. And then home studio work. Maybe I'll fit the gym in before home studio work. While I still have the determination. If any of you would like to send me a motivating message today, feel free. Plus an hour in bed. No naps today. None of that. I'm up and I'm focused, and gosh darn it, I'm gonna freaking murder this week. What do they call it? They call it Hell Week in sports, right? Where you're doing the 2-a-days, all the things. Quick question. Do you have any workouts to advance your playing, specifically finger exercises? Normally those type of workouts are Normally those type of workouts are done in the practice room, finger wise, especially. As far as my working out, just general workout, a mixture of some cardio, especially like the stair climber and resistance training. I just basically my goal is to just kind of work all my general muscle groups and work on my lung capacity, especially now that I'm playing trumpet and just getting out there and increasing my heart rate and getting those muscle groups. These muscles right back here um, really do a lot, and these muscles in the neck. Um, if these fatigue and wear out, then these muscles overwork when you play. Um, and even when these muscles aren't stretched out either, um, you tend to overcompensate here, and then you have issues here. Uh, but if you get the work done here, then it's much easier to play with less effort here. If that makes sense, it happens in all areas when even if somebody's doing like a sport or something, when you start overcompensating with muscles because other muscles are super weak, the main big muscle groups, um, yeah, then you tend to have problems. So for me at this point, just a general workout is important because I'm just trying to condition my overall body. Core is important too for everything. Like when I'm practicing, I have to be upright, jumping, running, doing stuff on stage, or sitting here in the studio for prolonged periods of time, sometimes hours. When I'm on my game, I will literally practice a four plus hours, sometimes 8 hours. In college, I was practicing on average 8 to 10 hours a day, plus classes. So yeah, it's tough, especially getting older. That's why I want to spend the time. But yeah, that's my extremely long-winded answer, Candace. Just working out the major muscle groups, making sure to get your core, your shoulders, your arms, and your legs, I guess, and your back. It really is. You can. Some people have better exercises that they count as fun. Some people snowboard, some people surf, and the exercise you kind of get from those activities um, actually can help as well. But for me, it's just generally getting out there and working all the major muscle groups and stretching out periodically. I also take breaks when I practice. So I'll spend like, 40 minutes to an hour on one thing. Then I'll try to get up and take a break for 20 minutes. Maybe go do a chore around the house or something like that, where I'm moving my body, and then go back and do the thing. Because that's the other thing that a lot of people don't think about. Your brain is a muscle, right? And your brain only has so much endurance. And if you try to practice for too long without taking mental breaks, your practice will be not very good at best, and actually can be a detriment at worst, if you don't break for the mind. So, yeah, uh, that is my rant. So, without further ado, I am going to go practice. I have my guitar right here, I have my trumpet right there. I have a piano in front of me and behind me. I am good to go. And then I'm going to try to hit this gym thing. Maybe I should go to the gym first. No, I'm going to practice, then gym, then practice again because I want to break up those sessions. I just winked with both eyes, by the way. That's a blink. Oh, God. Like I said, feel free to send me a motivational message. If you want to sponsor today's cup, coffee.com/DillingerMusic. If you want a long-term support, patreon.com/DillingerMusic. And I hope to see you guys out on the road. Love and appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Have an awesome day.